Ever feel like your English sounds a bit, well, stiff? Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're taking those rigid, standard phrases and transforming them into the natural, casual expressions people actually use in everyday life. Whether you're grabbing a coffee or chatting with coworkers, you want to sound comfortable, fluent, and most importantly, natural. So, we're going to look at what people actually say when the textbook is closed. So, ask yourself, do you sound like a textbook? If you've ever felt like your conversation skills are just a bit too formal for a relaxed hangout, or like you're speaking straight from a grammar manual, we're going to fix that right now. We'll show you exactly what to say to level up your everyday speaking skills, giving you a chance to mentally repeat these phrases so they become second nature. We've got a quick roadmap for this explainer. First, helping and clarifying. Second, hanging out. Third, reactions and opinions. And finally, actions and a wrap-up. Let's get right into it. Starting off with section 1, helping and clarifying. Basically, navigating the start of a conversation. Okay, picture this. You see someone struggling and you want to offer assistance. The textbook tells you to ask, do you need any help? But a much more natural, casual alternative is just to ask, do you need a hand? It makes total sense, right? If you're physically helping someone open a heavy door or carry a box, you're literally using your hands. So next time, just ask, hey, need a hand with that? Let those words just flow together smoothly. Now, what if you're in a super noisy room and you completely miss what someone just said? The standard response is, sorry, I didn't hear you. But in a casual situation, you can totally ditch the literal hearing aspect for the much more natural, I didn't catch that. It's just like catching a baseball. You're catching their words or their meaning. It's a fantastic, incredibly natural expression. Moving right along to section 2, hanging out. This is all about making plans with your friends. If you're inviting someone to your home, saying, do you want to come to my house, can sound a little robotic. A significantly more common way to ask someone to join you is simply, do you want to come over? They are coming from wherever they happen to be, over to where you are. Short, sweet, and casual. And if you really want to sound fluid, you've got to run it all together using a spoken contraction. Instead of hitting every single syllable perfectly, blend want to into wanna. Say it fast. Do you want to come over? Repeating this out loud really trains your mouth to speak at that natural native speed. When you're setting up a plan, the standard phrase might be, let's meet at the theater. But here's a great little trick. Simply add the word up. Changing meet to meet up completely relaxes the tone of the invitation. It instantly makes you sound way cooler and more casual. But here's the catch. It's all about how you actually say this out loud. You don't want to speak in a choppy, staccato way like, let's meet up at the theater. No way. Instead, you've got to link the verb, that little particle, and the prepositional phrase seamlessly. You want meet up at the theater to sound like one continuous, smooth word. Linking it all together is exactly what gives you that natural rhythm. All right, section 3, reactions and opinions. This is all about expressing disbelief and evaluating things. So your friend tells you some crazy news. I don't believe it is fine, but casual reactions are just so versatile. You can shout no way to express immense shock, or, interestingly, use it as a strong refusal, like if a friend asks to borrow $200 and you want to definitively say no. And if you want to know if something is actually true, swap out that stiff, is that true, for real, or seriously? Just make sure your intonation goes up at the end. These are incredibly common. What about when you're talking about the cost of something? You could say it's expensive, sure. But when you're just chatting with friends, swap out that standard word for pricey. It comes directly from the root word price. So you can casually say, ouch, that's a little pricey, or it's very pricey. Now say you pull a prank on a friend and they take you way too seriously. You might normally say, I am joking, or I'm kidding. But a brilliantly playful alternative is to tell them I'm just messing with you. Think about the word mess, like a messy room. In this context, it playfully implies you're just messing with their mind or playing with them. It instantly tells them, hey, I'm not being serious. I'm just messing with you. Finally, we hit section 4, actions and wrap up. Let's look at getting things done and leaving. If someone asks where their empty bottle went, the textbook answer is, I put it in the garbage. But in casual conversation, especially in North America, we almost always use the phrasal verb throw out. You'd say, I threw it out. Now, if you're traveling to the UK, you'll likely hear the word bin instead of garbage. So over there, you might hear the casual equivalent, I binned it. So what makes threw it out sound so native? It is all about smooth pronunciation and something called a liaison. You're connecting the consonants to the vowels smoothly. Instead of a hard T, use a soft, flapped T so it almost sounds like a D. Through it out. See how it becomes one seamless sound rather than three distinct words? It's a real game changer.
Okay, picture this. You're leaving a concert and want to encourage your friends to start moving. The standard phrases are let's go or let's leave, but casually ditch those and tell them let's get going. The word get is just so incredibly versatile in English. Here, let's get going specifically indicates the start of the movement process. You're basically saying, let's begin the process of going somewhere.
So, looking at this breakdown, you can really see our whole conversational toolkit in action. By replacing those rigid textbook phrases with natural vocabulary like need a hand or meet up, and applying that smooth, connected pronunciation we talked about, your English is instantly going to sound more relaxed, confident, and native. As we wrap up this explainer, I've got a question for you to ponder tomorrow morning. How long does it take you to get going? Do you jump out of bed instantly, or does it take you a couple of hours to really get going? Let that phrase marinate, practice your new vocabulary, and keep leveling up. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll catch you next time.